What's up, JW here? Today we have my predictions for WWE 2024 Money in the Bank. So starting off with the women's Money in the Bank match, you have Naomi, Chelsea Green, Zoe Stark, Tiffany Stratton, Lila Valkyrie, and Io Sky, all for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. This match, I think it comes down to two people, and that's Chelsea Green and Tiffany Stratton. I don't think anybody else in this match is going to win. Naomi, Lila Valkyrie, Io Sky, Zoe Stark, especially Zoe Stark and Lila Valkyrie. No way. Io Sky, no way. She was the last year's women's Money in the Bank winner. Naomi, I don't really see it happening. I know she's a popular vote for this. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's either Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green. I think Tiffany Stratton is the obvious way to go, but I think Chelsea Green is one that everybody really wants, but it's not as obvious because she's not I guess big on the roster, main event roster. That's why I think it'd be a better way for her to get the Money in the Bank, so this Money in the Bank can elevate her, and her run as the women's Money in the Bank can elevate her, as get to more of a main event spot, and then it cash in and become women's champ, and then get to her main event spot. I think Chelsea Green is going to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It'd be a really good way to elevate her and make her a bigger star. So that is my prediction for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It's going to be Chelsea Green, but also my second pick would be Tiffany Stratton. So either of those two, but my main one is Chelsea Green. I'm kind of looking for this match, but I'm not super hyped for it. Out of all the matches on the show, this is probably the match I'm least hyped for, because it's just there's some really other good matches on the show. But moving on to the next matches. Next up is Sami Zayn will be defending his Intercontinental Championship in his home country of Canada against Braun Breaker. I cannot wait for this match. This match will be so good. Sami Zayn is an amazing wrestler, doing great as the Intercontinental Champion, and Braun Breaker has been killing it since he's gotten on the main roster. I cannot wait for this match. I feel like this match is going to tear the house down, and I think Sami Zayn is going to drop the Intercontinental title in Toronto. I think Braun Breaker is going to win. He's been on an uprise like crazy. They're building him up like crazy, like an absolute beast. I think Braun Breaker is going to beat Sami Zayn and win the Intercontinental Championship, but I think this match is going to be amazing. It's going to be close, but I think Braun Breaker is going to end up hitting Sami Zayn with an insane spear and doing some other crazy stuff, and then 1, 2, 3, Braun Breaker wins. The only other way I think this Braun Breaker loses, or it may be a disqualification, is if Sheamus screws over Braun Breaker, since this whole thing is going on with Sheamus and Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. That's the only way I think Braun Breaker loses, and Sami some way retains, and it wouldn't even be a loss, it'd be a disqualification. That's the only way I think it would happen. And maybe at SummerSlam it would be Sami, Braun Breaker versus Sheamus, but I think Braun Breaker is going to win the Intercontinental Championship. That's my personal opinion, but also I can see it end up leading to a disqualification because of Sheamus, since there's all the stuff that's been going on Monday Night Raw. But that's my prediction for this Intercontinental Championship match, that Braun Breaker ends up walking out of Money in the Bank, our new Intercontinental Champion. Then we have the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. They still haven't really announced who's in this match. I know Solo Sikoa is in it, but they haven't said if it's Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, or is it Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, or is it Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu with Solo Sikoa. They really haven't said. They've been just advertising all four of them against these three, unless it ends up being a fatal four-way and Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton have a surprise appearance for their somebody to be in their corner to be in this match. But I think it's going to be the Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa at Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. This match I'm kind of looking forward to. This storyline's been pretty good. Now they're building into this new bloodline. This new bloodline, in my opinion, is whack. I could care less about Solo Sikoa as the tribal chief. I didn't really like the original bloodline storyline. It was okay. And this new bloodline storyline is terrible. I think Tama Tonga is okay. Tonga Loa is trash. Solo Sikoa is not a believable leader. Jacob Fatu is the best one out of all of them, and he hasn't even had a real match. He should be the leader, but we all know the real leader of this is actually The Rock. He just hasn't been on TV. I think this is what they're leading to. Also, I think SummerSlam, it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE Championship, sadly, even though this match should not be happening. I think that's what they're building to. And then I think Cody's going to win, and Roman Reigns is going to return, and Cody's going to win, and the Bloodline's going to beat up Cody, and I think Roman Reigns is going to return as a babyface, actually. I think he's going to stop Solo Sikoa and go after Solo Sikoa. But enough with that. This actual match, I think this should be decent, pretty good. Building up the storyline, I think this is end up building with Randy Orton turning on Cody Rhodes, setting up Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at some point down the line for the WWE Championship, because there's no way they don't have that happen. They have to have that match. So I don't know if they're going to have like some beef during this match, or maybe Randy Orton turns on him at the end of this match. I don't know. Either way, I think Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens pick up the victory for this match. Even though maybe the Bloodline cheats, I think, down in my gut, I think Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens pick up the victory, and then the Bloodline probably attack them afterwards. Now, if it is a fatal four-way match, not a fatal four-way, four-man tag match, then because they've been advertising the 4 members of the Bloodline versus these 3, if there is a surprise appearance, which I think I'm wrong about that, but they keep on advertising the posters, all 4 of them against the 3. If they have a surprise appearance, like wrestler that's going to join them, it's going to be John Cena. That's just what I'm personally going to think if they had it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a triple threat, but it just advertises the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. But my prediction is Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens pick up the victory and beat the Bloodline, but maybe it turns into a brawl at the end, or maybe this turns into a disqualification. You never know. Then you have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It's Andrade, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, and LA Knight. Yeah, last year he should have won it, and this year it'd be cool if LA Knight could win. First off, I do not think Chad Gable's gonna win, even though it'd be cool to see Chad Gable win the Money in the Bank. I'd really like him winning the Money in the Bank. But I don't think he's gonna win. That's just how they're building his storyline right now. I don't think he's winning this. I definitely don't think Andrade's winning this. I don't think Carmelo Hayes is winning this at all. So those 3 are out. It's down to the final 3: Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. I know so many people want Jey Uso to win. He's on the front of the cover of the Money in the Bank. I do not think he's going to win, 1, because of the front of the cover, and 2, I could care less about him being Mr. Money in the Bank. Yeet in the Bank, all that stuff. Oh my God. Jey Uso is just an entrance, and guess what? I don't care if you think otherwise. He only knows how to do 4 moves: super kick, spear, Samoan splash, and his stupid punches that he does. 4 moves. That's it. He's an entrance. He's fun and hyped for an entrance and his t-shirts. But actually, when it comes to wrestling, he's a better tag team wrestler. He needs to be back with his brother and being a tag team. He's not that good of a singles wrestler. I do not want him becoming Money in the Bank, because I do not want to see him becoming the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Champion. I like Jey Uso, but he's a tag team guy. He's not a singles wrestler. He's good, but he's not that good. He's not world title material. So I definitely don't think Jey Uso would win this. If Jey Uso wins this, I think it's a flop this year. I think it's going to be down to LA Knight and Drew McIntyre. As much as I love LA Knight, I'd love to see him win it. I don't think it's going to be LA Knight, because I think they're going to go with Drew McIntyre. I think they're going to have Drew McIntyre win it. And either he cashes in at the Money in the Bank, or he holds it, or he tries to cash in and CM Punk attacks him and he doesn't successfully cash in, but he keeps the briefcase. I don't think they would have him win it and then cash in and doesn't win it and get screwed by CM Punk. Either way, I think Drew McIntyre's gonna win the Money in the Bank. And in the main event, when Seth Rollins and Damian Priest go in the match, I think he's gonna try to cash in. And before he even gets the actual cash in, I think CM Punk's gonna attack him, because he did say on a Monday Night Raw that he's gonna win the Money in the Bank and he's gonna cash in that night. I think he's gonna try to cash. I think my prediction is Drew McIntyre wins the Money in the Bank. I think he's gonna try to cash in. CM Punk attacks him before it's actually official, and then he doesn't successfully cash in. I think at the end of the day, at one point, Drew McIntyre will cash in the Money in the Bank and become our World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think it's be Jey Uso, but if I had to pick a top 3, it'd be LA Knight and Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso. And honestly, my top 2, I think it'd be Drew McIntyre, LA Knight. I don't think Jey Uso is gonna win it, especially even though everybody's so hyped about it and he wants him to. Especially with him being on the cover, it's too obvious in my opinion. I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre wins the men's Money in the Bank ladder match this year. Then it's main event time: Seth freaking Rollins versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest defending the World Heavyweight Championship. This is third or fourth time. I still don't like Damian Priest as a World Heavyweight Champion. I don't think he's a World Heavyweight Champion material. So I'd absolutely love to see Seth Rollins win this match, and I think he is, because they made a gentleman's agreement. If Damian Priest loses, he has to leave the Judgment Day, and they've been building this for a while. Damian Priest leaving the Judgment Day, and if Seth Rollins loses, he can never challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship when Damian Priest is champ. I do not see that happening. I think Seth's gonna win, and I think Seth's gonna win because Finn Balor's gonna screw Damian Priest. They've been setting this up for the past couple months for a while. last year at Money in the Bank, Damian Priest accidentally screwed over Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think it's going to happen this year, but this time Finn Balor's going to cost Damian Priest his World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins is going to win the World Heavyweight title, and he's been struggling to get up. Drew McIntyre comes out, tries to cash in. CM Punk attacks Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins ends the show, World Heavyweight Champion. Damian Priest is pissed off at Finn Balor because he cost him the match. It's me on accident. This is end out. Damian Priest has to leave the Judgment Day. This will be the following of Damian Priest. In the Judgment Day, he's going to leave, and they're going to probably Finn Balor and Damian Priest are going to fight. I do not think Damian Priest is going to win. Seth Rollins is going to be our World Heavyweight Champion. Drew McIntyre is going to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Damian Priest is leaving the Judgment Day, and he's in a beef with Finn Balor and everything because he cost him the match. And then at SummerSlam, it's me, Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. That is my prediction. I do not see Damian Priest facing Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Give me Seth Rollins and Gunther. It'd be so much of a better match. Damian Priest is terrible. He's just a big guy that can do certain moves. He's not worthy of going a one-on-one at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther. But also, I also think the same thing as Solo Sikoa versus Cody Rhodes. Solo Sikoa is not worthy. But enough with that. The main event, Seth Rollins wins World Heavyweight Championship. Damian Priest gets screwed by Finn Balor. He leaves the Judgment Day. Drew McIntyre tries to cash in the Money in the Bank. He fails because CM Punk attacks him, but he keeps the Money in the Bank. And we end the show with Seth freaking Rollins, our World Heavyweight Champion. So that was my predictions for the WWE 2024 Money in the Bank ladder match. The Money in the Bank show. I'm hyped for the show. It's tomorrow. I cannot wait. I think the whole show should be really good. But this is JRW. Make sure to like, subscribe, see more figure content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.